In a world full of noise, distractions, and endless scrolling, the ability to focus deeply has become a rare and powerful skill. Deep Work by Cal Newport explores how this forgotten art can change not only the way we work, but also the way we live. It's a guide for anyone who wants to move beyond the shallow world of multitasking and rediscover the true satisfaction of meaningful effort. The book divides its message into two main parts. The first part, the idea, explains why deep work is valuable, rare, and meaningful in today's digital age. The second part, the rules, shows you how to build deep work habits, embrace boredom, quit social media, and remove shallow tasks that drain your focus. Together, these ideas form a practical roadmap to master your attention and unlock your full potential. As you listen to this audiobook, take a moment to disconnect from distractions and give your mind permission to dive deep. Let this journey inspire you to work with purpose, create with passion, and live with clarity. And before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more powerful audiobooks like this one. Let's start our journey into the world of deep work. Chapter 1: Deep Work is Valuable. In today's fast-moving world, most people are constantly switching between tasks, checking messages, scrolling through social media, replying to emails, and trying to get real work done at the same time. But Cal Newport reminds us that greatness doesn't come from constant activity. It comes from focus. Deep work, the ability to concentrate without distraction on a demanding task, is what separates those who achieve truly exceptional results from those who just stay busy. When your mind is fully focused, something powerful happens. You enter a state where time seems to disappear, and your thoughts become sharper and more creative. This is when your best ideas come to life. Whether you're writing, designing, coding, or studying, deep work allows you to push your skills to their limits and produce results that are both faster and higher in quality than shallow effort ever could. The truth is, in every field, from science and art to business and technology, the people who stand out are those who can go deep. They are the ones who can sit quietly, think deeply, and solve complex problems that others avoid. While others chase quick wins and easy tasks, deep workers invest their energy in building something meaningful. Over time, this focus compounds into mastery and success. Deep work is also valuable because it creates clarity in a world full of noise. When you give your full attention to one task, you silence the endless distractions that drain your energy. You stop reacting to the world and start creating within it. This calm, steady focus not only improves your performance, it also brings peace of mind. You feel more in control, more capable, and more connected to your purpose. But perhaps the greatest value of deep work is that it gives meaning to your efforts. When you create something with full presence and care, you feel proud of what you've done. You're not just checking off tasks, you're building something that reflects your best self. This feeling of deep satisfaction can't be bought or faked, it must be earned through concentration and discipline. So while the world celebrates busyness, remember this: true value doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing what matters most, with full attention and heart. Deep work is not just a skill, it's a choice to live and work with purpose. Chapter 2: Deep Work is Rare. We live in a time of constant connection. Every minute, our phones buzz, notifications pop up, and messages demand our attention. We move from app to app, from one piece of content to another, always consuming but rarely creating. In this fast-paced digital world, the ability to focus deeply has become almost extinct. Most people no longer know what it feels like to give their full attention to one meaningful task without interruption. Technology, though powerful and full of opportunity, has also trained our minds to crave distraction. Social media platforms are designed to keep us scrolling, not thinking. Every like, comment, or new post gives our brain a small hit of dopamine, a quick reward that keeps us coming back for more. Over time, this habit weakens our ability to stay focused. We become addicted to the shallow, constantly busy but rarely productive. In workplaces, the problem is no different. Many employees spend their days jumping between emails, meetings, and messages. They appear active, yet their real progress is minimal. True creativity and innovation require long, uninterrupted hours of thinking deeply, but those moments are often destroyed by constant pings and alerts. The culture of always being available makes it almost impossible to enter a state of deep concentration. Deep work, as Cal Newport explains, is rare not because people lack intelligence, but because they lack space and intention. We have forgotten how to be alone with our thoughts. We rush from one distraction to another, afraid of silence or boredom. But in that silence lies our greatest strength, the ability to think clearly and create something truly valuable. Those who learn to protect their focus become rare and powerful. They stand out in a distracted world because they can do what others cannot, produce work that matters. When most people give 20% of their attention to 5 different things, the deep worker gives 100% to one. And that difference changes everything. It leads to mastery, progress, and peace of mind. In a world full of noise, the ability to go deep is like a superpower. The fewer people who practice it, the more valuable it becomes. So, if you choose to disconnect from distraction and reconnect with focus, you are already part of a rare and exceptional group, the few who understand that true success begins in silence. Chapter 3: Deep Work is Meaningful. In a world full of distractions, deep work offers something rare, a sense of purpose. When you focus deeply on one meaningful task, you enter a state where time disappears. Hours pass like minutes, and you become fully absorbed in what you are doing. This state, often called flow, brings a deep sense of satisfaction that shallow work can never provide. It reminds you that your mind was made to create, to solve, and to grow, not just to scroll endlessly through noise. When you give your full attention to something important, you connect with your inner potential. Every distraction you resist, every moment you stay focused, builds strength inside you. You start to realize that true happiness does not come from constant entertainment or quick rewards. It comes from progress, from seeing yourself improve, from mastering a skill, from knowing that your effort has meaning. Many people today feel empty, even though they are busy. They jump from one task to another, answering messages, checking updates, doing something all day, but not something that matters. Their minds are scattered, and their days blur together. Deep work breaks that pattern. It reminds you that your time is precious, and that giving your attention to what truly matters brings peace that no distraction can replace. There is also beauty in the challenge. Deep work is not easy, it demands patience, discipline, and courage. But when you push through the struggle and reach a breakthrough, you feel alive. That sense of accomplishment, that quiet pride in what you've built or learned, gives meaning to your effort. It's proof that your work, and your life, are worth something more than mere business. Deep work connects you to something beyond yourself. When you write, build, design, teach, or create with full focus, you are contributing to the world in your own way. You are leaving a mark that can last longer than the moment. It transforms work from a duty into a calling, something that fulfills both your mind and your soul. In the end, meaning comes not from what you do, but how you do it. You can find purpose in anything if you give it your full presence. Deep work teaches us that true fulfillment is not found in constant activity, but in quiet dedication. When you learn to go deep, you don't just produce better results, you become a better, calmer, and more complete version of yourself. Chapter 4: Work Deeply. Deep work does not happen by accident. It requires intention, structure, and the right environment. In a world full of noise, you must build your own space for silence. It starts with a decision, a promise to yourself that your focus matters. Before you begin, take a few moments to clear your mind and prepare your space. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and remove anything that pulls your attention away. Your environment should invite concentration, not chaos. Once your space is ready, create a clear plan for what you want to achieve. Deep work is not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. Choose one meaningful task and give it your full attention. Set a timer or dedicate a block of time, such as 60 or 90 minutes, where your only goal is to stay focused. Treat this time as sacred. During this period, your phone, social media, and distractions are off limits. You are training your mind to go deeper, not to scatter. Rituals can make this easier. Start your deep work sessions the same way every time, maybe with a cup of coffee, soft music, or a short breathing exercise. These small signals tell your brain that it's time to focus. Over time, this routine becomes powerful. Your mind begins to associate these actions with deep concentration, making it easier to slip into that focus state faster. It also helps to set boundaries with others. Let the people around you know when you are in focus mode. This prevents interruptions and gives you peace of mind. Deep work is like meditation. Once your attention is broken, it takes time to rebuild it. Protect your focus fiercely, because every interruption costs you more than just a few seconds, it steals your momentum. When distractions appear, don't fight them with frustration. Simply notice them, breathe, and return to your task. The ability to refocus quickly is a skill that improves with practice. With time, your concentration will grow stronger, and you'll find yourself entering that calm, productive state more easily. You will begin to feel the quiet satisfaction that comes from being fully present in your work. Working deeply is not only about productivity, it's about quality of life. When you give your best attention to what you do, you create better results, but you also feel more alive. You move from reacting to creating, from chaos to clarity. Deep work turns ordinary moments into something meaningful. It's not just a method, it's a way of living with purpose and peace. Chapter 5: Embrace Boredom. In today's world, silence has become uncomfortable. The moment we feel a pause, we reach for our phones, scroll through social media, or search for something to fill the quiet. But the truth is, boredom is not your enemy, it is your teacher. When you allow yourself to be bored, even for a few minutes, you are training your mind to slow down, to breathe, and to become aware again. The ability to sit with stillness is the foundation of deep focus. Your brain is constantly craving stimulation. It wants new information, notifications, and entertainment. This endless cycle of distraction weakens your ability to concentrate for long periods. By learning to embrace boredom, you take back control. Instead of being pulled by every small impulse, you begin to master your attention. You realize that not every moment needs to be filled. Sometimes, peace lies in the quiet spaces between. One powerful way to practice this is to resist the urge to check your phone when you feel bored. When waiting in line, sitting on a bus, or walking alone, don't rush to fill the time. Let your thoughts wander. Notice the world around you. Feel your mind stretch and settle. This practice builds mental strength, the kind that helps you stay focused during long, demanding work sessions. At first, this will feel uncomfortable. Your mind might beg for a distraction, telling you, just one quick look. But this discomfort is a sign of growth. Each time you resist the temptation, you build endurance. You are training your attention just as an athlete trains their body. Over time, you'll find that focus comes more naturally, and the noise of constant stimulation becomes easier to ignore. The most creative and productive people in history understood the power of stillness. They allowed boredom to open the door to new ideas. When the mind is not distracted, it begins to connect thoughts in new ways. Inspiration often appears when you least expect it, while taking a walk, sitting quietly, or simply doing nothing at all. Embracing boredom is not about removing excitement from your life, it's about creating space for clarity. When you stop running from silence, you begin to see your thoughts clearly, your goals deeply, and your purpose strongly. True focus isn't found in constant activity, it's built in moments of quiet awareness. Learn to welcome those moments, because within boredom lies the seed of deep work and true creativity. Chapter 6: Quit Social Media. We live in an age where connection is constant, yet attention is fragile. Every notification, every like, and every scroll steals a piece of our focus. Social media promises us connection, entertainment, and information, but often delivers distraction, comparison, and noise. The truth is, these platforms are designed to capture your attention, not to help you grow. If you want to master deep work, you must take back control of your focus by rethinking your relationship with social media. The first step is to understand the real cost. Every time you open an app without intention, you are trading moments of clarity for seconds of stimulation. You lose the quiet mental space where ideas are born and deep thoughts grow. Imagine what could happen if you used that same time to read, think, or create instead. The value you gain from focused time far outweighs the shallow satisfaction of endless scrolling. Quitting social media doesn't always mean deleting everything forever. It means using it with purpose. Ask yourself before logging in, why am I opening this? If the answer is unclear, step away. Choose to check your accounts at specific times instead of whenever you feel bored. Use these tools to share, learn, or connect meaningfully, not to escape the present moment. For many people, the idea of quitting feels impossible. They fear missing out or losing touch. But most of what we fear losing is illusion. The people who truly matter will still reach you. The important news will still find you. What you gain in exchange, peace, clarity, and time, is far more valuable than what you leave behind. By reducing your digital noise, you create space for deep focus and calm thinking. You begin to see how much time you truly have and how powerful your mind becomes when it's not constantly interrupted. Without the constant pull of notifications, your attention strengthens, your creativity deepens, and your productivity grows. In the end, the goal isn't to abandon technology but to use it wisely. Social media can serve you, but only when you decide how and when to use it. Be intentional. Be present. Protect your attention as if it were your most valuable resource, because it is. Once you free yourself from distraction, you'll rediscover what it means to truly think, create, and live deeply. Before we continue the book, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Your support helps us bring you more amazing audiobooks every week. Chapter 7: Drain the Shallows. Most people spend their days busy, but not productive. They answer emails, attend meetings, scroll through updates, and check off small tasks, yet at the end of the day, they feel empty. This is the danger of shallow work. It fills your time without fulfilling your purpose. Shallow tasks make you feel active, but they rarely move you closer to your goals. To live and work deeply, you must learn to drain these shallow waters and dive into what truly matters. The first step is awareness. Look at your daily routine and ask yourself, how much of this really matters? You'll notice that many activities can be reduced, delegated, or even eliminated. Not every message needs an instant reply. Not every meeting needs your presence. When you recognize how much time shallow work steals from your life, you begin to guard your attention more carefully. Once you identify the shallow tasks, the next step is to create boundaries. Set specific times for checking email or responding to messages, and stick to them. Protect large, uninterrupted blocks of time for deep work. During those hours, silence notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and focus completely on one meaningful task. It's in those moments of full presence that your best ideas and most valuable results emerge. Draining the shallows doesn't mean ignoring the small things completely. Some tasks are necessary, but they shouldn't control your day. Handle them quickly and efficiently, then move on. Think of them as maintenance, something to be done, not lived in. The more you limit shallow distractions, the more energy and creativity you'll have for the deep, important work that truly changes your life. As you practice this discipline, you'll notice a shift. Your mind will feel calmer. Your days will feel longer. You'll produce more in less time, and your work will begin to carry meaning again. Instead of reacting to everything, you'll be choosing what deserves your attention, and that simple shift can transform your career, your peace, and your sense of purpose. In the end, deep work and shallow work cannot coexist equally. One will always dominate the other. If you want a life of depth, creation, and growth, you must consciously drain the shallows. Protect your time, focus your energy, and remember, greatness is never found in the noise, but in the quiet depths where your best self is waiting to be discovered. Conclusion. As we reach the end of this journey through the world of deep work, it becomes clear that the ability to focus without distraction is one of the most valuable skills we can develop. In a world full of constant notifications, shallow tasks, and endless digital noise, cultivating deep work allows us to achieve results that are meaningful, exceptional, and personally fulfilling. The practice is not just about working harder, it is about working smarter and with purpose. Deep work is rare, but precisely for that reason, it is incredibly powerful. By prioritizing focused, intentional work over shallow busyness, we create space for creativity, innovation, and mastery. Every time we resist the pull of distraction and dedicate ourselves fully to a task, we strengthen our ability to think deeply and produce work that truly matters. This is the path to professional excellence, personal growth, and a sense of genuine accomplishment. The challenge now is to take what you have learned and make deep work a consistent part of your life. Start small, guard your focus, and respect the value of uninterrupted concentration. Each session of deep work builds your capacity for the next, and over time, it transforms not only the way you work but the way you live. Remember, the rewards are not instant, but they are lasting. Commit to the process, embrace the challenge, and let deep work guide you to a life of greater purpose, satisfaction, and achievement.